Greetings, sci-fiction awesomeness. My name is Owen C. Cotter. If you're watching this broadcast, you are watching sci-fiction digitally simulcasting on all channels, including YouTube, X, Twitch, Facebook, and beyond. Today, here in just a little while, we're going to have an amazing new guest. They have an amazing channel on Instagram and also other channels as well as X. Their channel is called Handfellas. They do some amazing work with puppets. I'll let them join in and tell you what they do with those puppets, and it's really cool and it's pop culture, sci-fi, and galactic related. We are going to be coming to you. We're doing a few more live streams before we break off, and we're going to go in some events this summer. We'll be going to STLV 60th anniversary of Star Trek Goodness on August. I forget the dates. I think the first weekend in August. Before that, we'll be doing a few things that you may know of. And then after that, we'll be coming to you looking like the 80, I forget the year, 80 something annual WorldCon in Anaheim, California. That is the big literary event down there. It's going to be a big one. So check that out, which will regroup us back to September into 2026 of September. We got one thing we're going to be doing, which is not technically, it's more music related. Then after that, we will be regrouping towards the winter. So we are focusing on some new endeavors and a lot of projects that we're accelerating, a lot of content where we've collected. So stay tuned, you the fans. Lots of good content coming out. You'll see some amazing things on the horizon that we've got going. Let me check the feed just to double check. I know I'm a little choppy on my end. If you can see me, let me know in the comments. We have a lot of stuff going on coming up. As I said, we have events. We have all kind of things. So looking like this feed is doing pretty well. So yeah, it is working live and digitally simulcasting. Like I said before, today's guest is none other than Handfellas. Let me bring up their page real quick so you know who we're going to be talking with today on the broadcast. These guys are awesome. So this is their page here. They're called Handfellas. They do a lot of stuff with pop culture. They're puppet-powered parodies where Felt Gets Real by New York Picture IRL Omar J. Diaz. So and Octavio O'Hara. There's a few people on this, a few puppeteers involved in this project. I'm going to show you, give you an example. I don't want to play it because it's kind of loud. I want to in the simulcast, but these are different film that they have mirrored side by side with the puppet versions that they've puppeteered along with the actual live. Everything from Rogue One, Star Wars: A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Pulp Fiction, anything you name it, they've done it. Titanic, Full Metal Jacket, Forrest Gump, Scarface, anything and everything you can imagine. Die Hard, Jurassic Park, just anything. And they're really cool because it kind of homages to the old days of puppetry, and it's very pop culture related. So let them tell you more about that when they join in the show shortly. The amount of things we've been involved in recently is quite frankly incredible. We're really happy, and we want to provide you, the fans, with the quality content that we always love to bring y'all. We just had a gentleman on last week, a few days ago, named Wes Johnson. He's got a really cool rock and roll concert going on July 10th in his hometown. His name is Wes. So it's for his 40th birthday called Wes Fest. We'll be down there on July 10th for that in Mobile, Alabama at the Alabama Music Box. Doors open. I think it starts at 6 p.m. CST. And then we will be clicking back here and coming back here to regroup to be able to do a few events for you this summer to provide coverage. And then after that, we'll be breaking into the winter season. If you have anything local to where I live in Texas, so if anything in Texas piques your interest, whether it's a Comic-Con, a film project, a pop-up event, something cool that you say, well, you guys really need to check this out, feel free to message us on Instagram or Facebook, and we will get to that because we are looking for stuff more locally because we have been flying and traveling a lot, as you know. We just got back about a week ago from ICCC, the Imperial Commissary Collectors Convention out in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Had a beautiful time there. Got to network with a lot of cool people, including our friends Daniel Gilead. Got a beautiful podcast interview, quite extensive one, with Bruce Boxleitner of Tron and Babylon 5 fame. I got a lot of cool content coming to you soon from that. A lot of photos. We're about to do a big photo dump onto Facebook and our socials. So stay tuned. We also have a bunch of backlog content from photo-wise from SpaceCon up in San Antonio 2026 event that we went to. So stay tuned for some extra goodies from that and a whole bunch of other goodies. We're going to be putting together a really cool montage from another event we recently covered over the last couple of months. We got a lot of excerpts and sound bites from that, as well as more Saturn Awards content. I can't talk much about that, but there's some stuff we've got editing on the burner. So stay tuned on that. And lots and lots of stuff. Looking forward to this year's events, summer events, rather. Summer is always a fun time. You've got all your big kahunas like San Diego, STLV, 60th anniversary of Star Trek goodness. Let me talk about Star Trek goodness. Handfellas actually did a really cool reenactment of Wrath of Khan for the scenes from Kirk and Khan Noonien singing on the Reliant. That's pretty darn cool. So I highly recommend checking out their YouTube channel at Handfellas. It's HANDFELLAS. We've had a lot of fun. We're rocking and rolling, trying to get some film projects going together, working on the Dracula stuff. We're still trying to work on that, very big topic as it's the 130th anniversary of Bram Stoker's original 1897 novel coming up here in 2027. So if you would like to come along the journey on that, as well as Ghost Protocol. I'm really excited about Ghost Protocol. Ghost Protocol is a near future military thriller about 5 years set in the future, where we're going to be working directly with real life military veterans to do charity work and philanthropic endeavors. Also, it's a comic. It's in Shift Comics right now. It's annual number, I think 5 is coming out. Something like that. There's several books that have been featuring images and stories from the Ghost Protocol in the comics. Our goal is to eventually have a big panel somewhere at one of these events, maybe Comic-Con next year once we ramp up full throttle more on that, and maybe even some other things with that property. My good friend and client, Chris McCauley, I work with him. He's a business associate. He's created these universes, including the Stokerverse, which is really, really cool. It's basically taking the original stuff that Bram Stoker created and creating it in a comic book form. Now we're working on doing a possible film form, maybe a trilogy or something. See the announcements on that pinned to the Facebook. You've been scratching your head. What is this? Well, if the gods and the lords of Kobol, the Forest God himself almighty, and Nanu, and a Vulcan mind melt happen, we probably may be able to pull that off for you, the fans, for the 130th anniversary of Dracula. Also, the Ghost Protocol. We've got some fantasy, a little bit of sci-fi, a little bit of military near future, a little bit of everything. So working on that. We're also got some new events we're going to be looking at, scouting out. Also, like I said before earlier in the broadcast, if you have anything in Texas or anything that you recommend, also if they want to have us come out, moderate panels or do program, or have us as a guest. We don't do many guest appearances unless we're invited. But yeah, if they want to, bankroll us to go out, pay for some flights, hotels, or get us set up somewhere where we can get some access for you, the fans, to provide quality coverage. Bring y'all some really cool content. We always enjoy that. But yeah, this engine cost a pretty penny to keep this thing afloat. We're not going to ask for money, but we do enjoy people that like to collaborate and like to do positive programming. We are open to sponsorships and advertising opportunities. You can go to our site and drop down the contact form and click the sponsor tab to learn more information about that if interested. So I'm not going to sell you a pen like Jordan Belfort, but I will sell you the opportunity to join in along the ride and help collab and do things. I like this collaboration feature on Instagram. It's really cool. We're really enjoying that. By the way, we want to thank all the fans because thank you, the fans. Instagram page, we broke 20,000. Thank you, fans. 20,000 followers is really, really good. And I like that a lot. We'd like to be able to build it more for you, the fans. I think we just about to break or have broken, I think getting close to 360,000 organic subscribers across the board. Our next goal is 400, and we're not stopping there. We're going to 500 and maybe 1 million one day because we want to build a significant footprint to provide quality content as a community of pop culture, sci-fi, and beyond, envisioning a positive future for us all, but having a lot of fun at that while we're doing it. So we're really looking forward to that. If you're watching this or joining in, which it looks like there are some people joining in here, let's go to the comments. Bring the chat up in case anybody wants to chime in on the galactic transmission. Handfellas is our guest today. Actually, at least 2 or 3 people, I think, joined us. Omar and Manny and maybe one other. There's a few guys and people involved in this that bring this magic of Handfellas to life for you, the fans. So join us on that. So a lot of new features here on this streaming system we're using here. It's like the bridge of a starship. You can't see it. I can see it. You can't see it. But behind the scenes, we've got like switches and controls and knobs and buttons and I've pretty much got the groove of things on how this thing works, but it is a lot of bells and whistles here. I think this thing can support multi-camera angles now. I think up to like, I don't know, there's a lot. Because it looks like it can connect more than one feed, which we're going to be experimenting. We're actually building out a studio. We've just been traveling so much in so many places that we have not got a chance to fully calibrate this into the studio setup that we'd like to be able to set up for you. So we will be staying tuned on that to be bringing you some better quality visuals to go along with the already amazing guests that we have on these amazing broadcasts and live streams. And we thank you, the fans. This is the terrible for you. It's a Beta vanilla cream soda, but I just found these and they're absolutely really addictively good. And if you keep your sugar low, there's that. And then we got coffee here. I'll take it black, but with sweetener because I'm not like Kate Mulgrew. She likes hers black, but it's black, but without creamer. Got to keep hydrated too when this heat. If you're out in that heat, which I'm not in air conditioning right now, but if you are in the heat, stay in or stay hydrated while you're out. Make sure your dogs and pets and cats and animals and ferrets or whatever you have are hydrated as well. It's getting very hot out in the West Coast, as you know. It goes up to 100. I think STLV last year on the 59th anniversary was about 119 degrees when we stepped out of the car to walk into the hotel. I stepped out of the SUV, got in the hotel. It was 119. When you get out of that right before you get in the hotel, it is like your blood is boiling, like you're outside of a spaceship in the Sunshine film. Oh, well, not that bad. Canada, we love you. But, dude, it's pretty brutal with the sun. So stay hydrated. If it's in somewhere where sunscreen, say sunscreen on the beach and all the galactic goodies. We got a transmission here. Handfellas has confirmed the link to join in the galactic broadcast stream. We are streaming on quite a bit of channels here. I think we've got the bulk of the networks being streamed to now. So I don't know if you'll see this archived or you'll see this live, but it's popping up in your stream. And this is me. Popping up in your stream right now. So this is how you like my backdrop there. That's my house now. That's actually, if you can guess where that's at, whose house that is, you get brownie points. It shouldn't be too hard to guess, but maybe you can, maybe you can. Who knows? Just depends. I'll give you a three-letter word, three-letter terminology, MCU. I won't just leave it at that. Speaking of MCU, is anybody looking forward to Avengers Doomsday? I pretty much really am. I want to see, I'm pretty sure they're going to drop that trailer, the full trailer at San Diego Comic-Con, probably here in a month. So I'm looking forward to that because why haven't they dropped it? Because they're going to drop it. Better yet, they're going to drop it, and I think it comes out in December or something like that, the actual film. So looking forward to seeing that. That's going to be insane. We just saw a whole bunch of other, we got the Supergirl movie, Masters of the Universe movie, Project Hail Mary came out a little bit before that. I don't know what else is coming out this summer. There's a lot of stuff on the board. Of course, you got Spider Noir. Have not been able to check that out yet. If you see me moving around, my back is in agonizing pain right now. I kind of threw out and pulled a nerve. So if you see me rocking and rolling, we're not on the Starship Enterprise. We're getting hit by photon torpedoes or some, blast from a TIE fighter. We're just having some bad back days, but I'm not complaining. We are ready to rock and roll here on all thrusters. I want to show y'all something here. I scored this from this suit, if I can pick it up. This insane piece here. This gentleman, you're going to see another head flash, and this is a pretty dope piece here. So I'm fire this up. This thing here is insane. This is a cyberpunk. I can't really see it on live. It's a cyberpunk mannequin that is called. Her name's Militia. She's a cyberpunk goodness. So if you see her in the backdrop of the new studio setup, she's powered by atomic rockets. She has atomic rocket. Let me turn her off here. Keep her turned off there. Atomic rocket, cyberpunk goodness. Pretty cool, right? It's done by this artist. You can find him on our Instagram page. We did a video. He's tagged in there. He does these like sci-fi sculptures. And there's this one he had that was a woman with kind of like a boar guy with LED lights. But the whole back of her head's open. You can see circuit boards and capacitors and all these electronics. She's like an android. This one's called Militia. She's like a cyberpunk apocalyptic whatever warrior. I don't know. She's freaking awesome. But he built that one. He also built a robotic foot and a whole bunch of other stuff we have that we want to get some more from him. So he's an amazing artist. Highly recommend checking him out. Go to our Instagram page. Look at the cyberpunk with the lights head with the orange kind of piping hair, cyberpunk hair, and his link is in there. His page is in there. His links to his Instagram's tag. So if you want to check out some cool sci-fi cyberpunk sculptures, go to his page. Make it so. Warp speed, light speed, galactic speed, and beyond. We're about 3 p.m. Central Standard Time in the Central Standard Time Zone. Will be joining us here shortly, Handfellas. Join us here shortly. If you're not familiar with Handfellas, I'm going to let them tell about all the awesomeness that they do. This is very cool. They have a very interesting vibe on their channel, and it is homaging some of the best pop culture that pop culture has to offer. My name is Omar J. If you're watching this galactic transmission, we are digitally simulcasting on everything and beyond, except for TikTok. We wish we could, but we can't just yet. But we do have a good fan base there. Where thank you for that. The fans, we love TikTok too. I think we're 46 or 47,000 on about bumping 50. So work on that, getting that fan base up for you there as well. We're having a good day. We got some new goodies we're going to be bringing y'all too. Lots of news on the grid. Lots of things on the pipeline. I think it's like a roulette table. We've got chips on almost every number, and some of them are split, and some of them are doubled, some of them on this, some on the zeros. So if you hit, you win something, right? You win some cool projects and some cool goodies for the fans. But we win because you love to bring y'all awesome stuff, and we love this stuff. This is my full-time job, all of this. We don't have any real other obligations. We dabble in some little things and film stuff, investments. Everybody knows that crap. But we've got to, speaking of awesome content on the galactic grid, we've got some Handfellas here for you. We bring these guys on, and we see we got, that is me as a digital son. I don't know why that's on there. Something else. It's a screen share, so we'll have to turn that off real quick. Hold on a second. All right, we've got Handfellas in the galactic quantum leap waiting room here. Let me see if Ziggy can power him up. Here we go.
Well, that's cool.
Greetings. How y'all doing today?
Very well. How about yourself?
Doing good. If I'm choppy, it's like Max Headroom. I'm like, gah, gah, gah.
That's okay. we understand.
That's right. Did y'all see the cyberpunk head we had in there earlier in the broadcast?
Yeah.
Things cool. This dude, he creates these things. We ran into him over in Murfreesboro. He had one that was like half electronics. See all the circuits and stuff in her head and robot lights. And,
yeah, no, it's cool stuff. It's pretty interesting.
It's like a, I don't know, it's not a puppet, but it's a cyberpunk militia is her name. I guess she's part of a galactic war zone or something in a post-apocalyptic future of some kind. I don't know. So how y'all's guys dig? Y'all look like y'all on the bridge of a spaceship or something over there, man.
Yeah, this is what we call the barn. This is my basement converted into the Handfellas studio.
So this is the galactic central hub of the galactic overlord grid.
That's it. That's it.
Were y'all over at ICCC? I think one of my buddies said you're around the one you get. Okay.
Yeah, Octavio and I were there. Our boss, technically, he's the one that kind of does all the background stuff. Yeah. So
how did y'all like that?
Manny's the cinematographer. I'm the performer, and Octavio does everything else.
Very cool, very cool. Before we get into talking about y'all guys do amazing stuff. We've been showing y'all's Instagram before the feed. What is it that you enjoy? I've been doing events, of course, like ICCC. What is it that you enjoy about all this pop culture goodness? Star Wars, Star Trek. I know y'all do Star Trek too.
Look, sci-fi has been a big part of my life since I was a kid. I mean, I grew up in the projects in New York City, and so my parents were very strict and didn't want me to go play outside with the bad kids. So I stayed in and played with toys and watched movies. That was kind of my thing.
Nice.
So I've attached myself to it. It's part of my personality. It always has been, to the point where people make fun of me. Like, all you do is quote movies. How do you remember these silly things from 30 years ago?
We have a digital memory like me. I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, right. I mean, that was our pop culture of our generation. Our memes, what binded our generation together were movies.
But yeah. I thought one thing y'all did was really cool was the Back to the Future skit y'all did with them and Marty. You mind if I show that real quick? Is that cool?
Go right ahead. We have the puppet actually. We have Doc Brown here behind Manny actually.
Because I've got another one y'all need to do. I recommend after this. I think this would hit hard too. Let me see. It's Back to the Future. Let's see, where is this? It's like Independence Day. That'd be a good one too. So yeah, I don't know why I got that theme in my head. Here it is. Here it is. Awesome. Check this out, everybody.
miles per hour.
If it'll show, it's going pretty slow on my galactic grid here. We'll bring it up here. May not show, but if you want to check out the channel, go to Handfellas and look at the picture of Doc and Marty as puppets. Can you see me, guys?
We're I can definitely see you.
Yep.
So it's Handfellas on basically every channel. We're on YouTube, on Instagram. Check us out on TikTok, on X as well.
Okay.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
Was it like Twitter, X, something like that?
I feel like Instagram is our main home.
Instagram's our home.
We would love for YouTube to be our new home for sure.
That's another thing, man. I got to ask. So, like, what are your thoughts on YouTube? I mean, my dream would be to be like, have like, hello, this is you know how you get famous on YouTube, right? They have what's called celebrity management contacts you. Then they go, ding, verify your channel, and then
magic. Oh, I didn't know that. That's something new to us.
Wow. That's how it happens. So YouTube called me and Handfellas up. We're going to do a bunch of collabs on YouTube for the next 20 years. That would be insane. Sure. Y'all do video content predominantly as well. So,
I'm sorry, you cut off.
It's all good. It's like Max Headroom. Y'all do video content predominantly as well. So I was going to ask you was for Instagram, what do y'all like about it? And you got the collab feature on there as well.
We have the collab feature. We've been lucky enough to ask to collab with a couple of people so far. One of them is the new upcoming Broadway show, a parody on Wrath of Khan. It's called Khan the Musical.
Yes.
And we did a full song. We did Buried Alive off the album. And the channel's been waiting to do some stuff before they promote it. I mean, I can't wait to see it. Really, I mean, it was one of the coolest things that we've done. The other cool thing that we just did was we did a commercial for the Jaws, basically the 50th anniversary thing up in Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So if you go to the channel, there's Quint saying, "Come see the shark." That was an original commercial that we came up with for them. That was a lot of fun as well.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I love me some Jaws. I got to see it in 3D, so it was like on the edge of the boat when you see like the shark. It was awesome, dude. It was insane.
I watched it in 3D with my mom.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. How did you like it?
I loved it. It was cool. It was the first 3D movie I ever saw. So it'll always be kind of part of the memory.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen a lot of 3D. I remember, speaking of ICCC, we got to see Bruce Boxleitner was down there, Tron himself. Me and my buddies, we went to see Tron Legacy. I never forget, this is hilarious. When the Disney castle reses up and we go in, and my buddy's, oh man, we're going inside the Tron grid. We're digitizing down. I'm like, he's all excited and everything. I was like,
that's awesome. That's a memory that you can't make. I mean, that you can't take that away from him.
Yeah, I mean, did y'all see the new one? Did y'all like the new one? I mean, the 9-inch nails.
I haven't seen the new one. I mean, this last year and a half has been pretty packed for us.
Yeah, I saw it, but it was kind of unique because they have this new thing they launched in, I think, called Screen X3, but they didn't put the 3 screens in. So it was D-Box 3D, motion D-Box.
Oh, right. So like you got like a background behind the screen, right?
Right. Well, that's the next one. They just had not put that into. So I had the D-Box. So my seat's moving, and you got the speakers ramped up. So you got the Infiltrator music with 9-inch nails blasting, and then you got the 3D. So it's like you're getting sucked into the Tron grid, going into the Tron grid. Then it's 3D, and then you're with Jared Leto the whole time. And I was kind of hoping Tron would pop up, but he might be in the next one. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. Disney, have him come in the next one, please. Help us.
What's up, Disney?
They're gonna get a lot of those 3D movie theaters, or that effect is gonna get so much better in China. They have I think it's 3DX or something it's called, and they're in a theater which is like oval, so everything is like you're around there. And as soon as the tidal wave comes, a gush of water comes.
Y'all been to the Sphere in Las Vegas? That thing's insane.
Yeah. I haven't been. Have you?
No, I haven't gone, but my daughter lives in Vegas, and she's constantly sending me pictures of the weird stuff they put on it.
Wow.
I used to go to Vegas a lot in my youth. I mean, I used to play in the WSOP occasionally, but that wasn't there, and I want to go back because there's all these expos. Pop culture is predominantly, a lot of these are in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. So we're going there. Well, first we're going there for STLV 60, the big Star Trek mecha goodness up there in Vegas in August.
That's a big show, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a 60. It's like 200 guests or so. It's massive. We always love that event. We're going to go cover that one, and then it's the big 60th, and then after that, we're going to like a 3-4 weeks later, it's 5 weeks later, in September, we're going to go to see the Scorpions. And a good friend of mine, who's a radio producer, got us front row seats with a VIP table right by the stage with the Scorpions. And I'm like, wow.
And then you're pretty much immersed in the entire Sphere at that point.
Yeah, I mean, the Sphere. Well, this is at the Sphere. This is at the Planet Hollywood, but I have been in the Sphere, and it's insane. The ceilings are dropping and all this stuff with U2 and all this stuff.
Oh, so the panels physically move inside as well?
It's all OLED, so it looks real as you can. It can be like a holodeck. Yeah.
You ever seen? I think it was either New Kids on the Block or I think the beginning of
yes.
On YouTube. Yeah, that's in the Sphere.
Ridiculous.
Oh wow.
Pretty crazy, isn't it? It's like you're in a holodeck. Have y'all ever been in y'all been in VR, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a buddy of mine. Shout out to Nathaniel Sith over at the Innovation Portal. He runs. Yeah, thank you. Hey, what's up, man? They got the one of the only full haptic VR systems in the U.S. where they build the games and simulations and they program them in there to test out. And I got to go in the full haptic VR, and I'm like, dude, there's 2 times I've been in the holodeck. That's one, because you're like in this holodeck, and there's like this archaeologist, and he time travels, this big portal opens. You've got a 9,500 foot tall brontosaurus in the air, and you can feel the floor stomp in the wind. So it's all haptic, and you're in like this holodeck. But the other cool thing was down at STLV 59 last year in Las Vegas, a Star Trek themed event. We got to get in full VR, HD, Blitz HD, like super high def. Otoy, that's doing all the rendering and scanning all the Roddenberry archive, all the different like rooms of the Enterprises, every version of every starship.
So you can walk the inside of the Enterprise.
And you get inside that thing, and I'm like, dude, this is insane. So I'm like, wow. I gotta score an on-camera presentation with it, not just the CEO. I got to get everybody involved in this. So thank you, Rod Roddenberry, for hooking me up with that. We love you, brother. So they hooked me up with the entire programming development team, the designer, the CEO, it was like, dude, I'm talking Geek Fest, man. We're talking about 60 years coming up of like, different film sets, programming, starships, VR, and all these arcs. So they have this machine that kind of looks like Cerebro from X-Men. It scans with all these millions of cameras, and then it renders it into VR. And you can jack into VR.
It stitches the archives together. And
the archive stuff. Now, the virtual stuff, they build that by hand, spend months and years programming all these renders. So it's actual full bridges in the corridors. You can go down the turbo lift. Bing, I want to go to shuttle bay. And then you're in the shuttle bay. You can pick up something in Picard's office and throw it on the floor like a trike. Whatever you want. It's insane.
Wow. Now, are you wearing a full haptic suit as well?
No, that was in a VR with like just the haptic, but it's all bleeding HD. The haptic system, the Ready Player One thing, is at the Innovation Portal in Mobile, Alabama, where my buddy programs all these amazing. Yes, that one's a pirate ship. Haven't tried out the pirate ship yet, though.
Cool.
But we did do the time travel to like the dinosaur age and the theme park where you're going to have a big UFO spitting out stuff, and you can like play darts and things. You can hold your trophy and look at your friend. You can see him in VR right next to you. It's awesome. Went down a VR elevator, feel the thing bounce, and then the doors open. You're in the carnival.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
It's getting real, man. It's getting holodeck goodness.
So I mean, we always talk. We just put stuff on the universe. I mean, our ask would be: imagine if we can turn the basement studio into like a volume, like what Disney has, where it's all LED walls, and we don't have to worry about doing backgrounds and just worry about the performance instead of.
It's funny you mentioned that, because that gentleman actually has. It's known to like the film industry, but we have actual LED volumes stored down there, just like they use for the Mandalorian. Mm-hmm. And we brought one out last year. And we're doing some tests on it. Man, it looks like you're like in a desert, then in Niagara Falls with water and all this stuff. And like it's like then you can take yourself. He's pioneered 4th generation mocap VR. So the 4th generation mocap VR will snap a person's face. And you can have an actor do their voice or mannerisms, but then it creates an entire rendered image that could be anything, an alien, a cyborg, or whatever, and it is a total, fully functional thing. He was able to resurrect Ernest Borgnine in VR and with the
Ernest Borgnine, he was the engineer in Airwolf, right?
Yeah, Airwolf. He's a black hole with the Disney ball. So his son's doing the mannerisms, and it looks so damn good. I'm like, wow. I'm like, is he alive? I'm like, dude, this is insane. So that's your future
filmmaking. Point where it's blurring the lines between reality and digital. It's pretty crazy.
I mean, that's what we asked for when we were kids, right?
Yeah, we got our wishes, guys. We finally got our wishes.
A little too real now.
It's crazy. Just yesterday, I was walking and talking on the phone, talking to my kid video. I'm like, wow, it's like tricorder. It's like old Star Trek tricorder stuff.
The other day at Times Square, just walking down the street was a robot with a Knicks jersey on and Timberland boots. You know, the robot.
The way I walk around.
I have the video, yeah.
Have y'all seen the cars that drive themselves out in Las Vegas and pick people up and drop them off?
Yeah. The Waymos, we just saw a couple this weekend, actually.
Cali has them too, I think.
That thing's insane.
You know what we saw? My wife and I saw at the airport recently was self-driving wheelchairs.
Wait, what?
That's exactly how I reacted. I saw somebody in a wheelchair on their way to a gate, and I said to myself, hey, that guy's on the phone. He's not even driving that thing. So we walked by, and I'm like, wait a minute. This has an airport logo. This thing is driving him by itself to the gate. And then at the same time, we saw an empty one. We saw an empty one passing us, driving back to pick somebody up.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
I know they've seen the cars.
Remember the Gremlins, the old lady?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait till something happens with one of them chairs.
Like a skateboard ramp, dude. Hope not. But it reminds me of that movie, Back to the Future 2, when that dog's being walked by like a robotic hoverboard.
A hovering, yeah.
Do you know what's crazy about that particular movie? Y'all may or may not know this. So you remember Biff went back and gave himself the book in 1955, right?
Yes.
Remember when he comes back and it looks like he's having a heart attack, and then they kind of just cut.
Yes.
He's having no heart attack. So what happened was he went back in time, gave himself the book, and it's understood by Zemeckis and the guys and Bob Gale that he may have been killed by Lorraine around 1991. So he literally deleted himself out of the space-time continuum.
I heard that.
It's that deleted scene, fans. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So wait, was he disappearing also at the same? He didn't fade out.
Yes, the deleted scene, he fades out and he's gone.
See, that makes sense because it ties you to the first movie on the picture.
Yeah, so 85, he came back, alternate 85, and about 5 years later, so Lorraine killed him, shot him, and killed him, supposedly what they said. So he died. So when he went back to 2015, regular version, he basically deleted himself out of the space-time. That's how fourth dimensional. You got to think fourth dimensionally, Marty.
Wow.
Pretty wild stuff.
That is wild.
Top of Biff's cane still left.
I guess the question is, when they go back and rectify, does Biff come back in that timeline?
Okay, Biff's still alive in that timeline when they repair it, because there's like skewed timelines. So when they went back, when he gave himself the book, they went back to the timeline that was all messed up.
Right.
But when then that's when they had to go back further to prevent the book. When they got the book, burned the book, then they repaired that timeline which they went back to. That timeline was sealed back. You got to think of quantum mechanics.
Right.
I didn't build the damn thing. I just watched the DeLorean, the flux dispersal. And it makes sense. It makes sense from the the gigawatts, the momentum, the physics. I mean, you ever see that show Sliders that they have Jerry O'Connell?
Of course.
And that's based off of a paper that Einstein-Rosen did called the Einstein-Rosen bridge theory. So this big wormhole that can be expanded, but actually opens up an interdimensional rift into multiple parallel universes. Same Earth, different dimension.
Right.
So that's time travel. But if you watch in Back to the Future, see timeline-wise, that's the same time, but different. So time travel is a little different than multiverse theory. Time travel, technically it creates pocket universes. Like if you look at J.J. Abrams' Star Trek, when they went back, old Spock, that was its own universe. He created its own universe. When he killed Kirk's dad and then made it to where he had never joined Starfleet, Admiral Pike had to come recruit him. That's a whole nother timeline. So time travel works mysteriously. We don't know how it does, or quantum leap in it. Who knows? I want to talk about y'all guys' channel. Tell us about the channel. What is it y'all guys do?
We'll give you a little history. Manny and I, we've been friends for a very long time, over 35 years, right?
Oh,
And ever since then, we've always hung out, we got our own humor, but we've always been busy working and raising families. And during COVID, we decided to hang out together. We were chatting on the phone. We always make each other laugh with silly jokes. And we said, hey, why don't we record our stuff? And during COVID, I said, dude, let's start a podcast. Let's just talk crap and record it. And some stuff is funny. So then, and we didn't have any jobs then. So we called ourselves Too Broke to Joke. And we started that. So we started that. We did that till 23. And in 23, since we saw the channel plateau and we had jobs, now we were not, we were still joking, but not too broke.
We made a lot less money than we already had.
That whole situation hurt everybody.
Right. So then I had a crazy idea during COVID of recreating, because I was bored, recreating movie scenes with puppets. And the first clip I ever did with my kid was a scene from Ford versus Ferrari when the wife is asking me, where were you last night? And she's driving the car. I always thought that was very funny. And we did it in puppets, and I didn't know how to edit. My kid hated editing, but did it for me anyway, which I appreciate. And I had fun watching it. I posted it on a TikTok channel that eventually was banned because I was putting up my favorite movie clips. And it got to like 10,000 followers, and TikTok chopped me off at the knees, and that all went away. So then at the end of the Too Broke to Joke, I said, dude, let's recreate movie scenes, famous movie scenes with puppets. I said, the classic movies are something that are always going to be good, and we want new eyes at it, or maybe people forgot about it and they want to watch it.
Right.
And I
said, let's go.
Yeah, so we did kinda. He said, I don't want to play with dolls. I said, dude. So I brought out a doll, and we laughed for like 45 minutes doing silly stuff.
And that was it.
And we recreated with what we had, the scene from Goodfellas.
Yes.
What am I, a clown? So there are two versions out there. Our first video version, which was no budget, one puppet or a couple puppets. And then we did it
up against the TV.
Against the TV. We pulled up Google Pictures, put it up as backgrounds. Originally, what we wanted to do was put the puppet against the actual movie screen and cover the actor.
Okay.
And then do the scene, but it became really hard because the angles.
They're moving. And the angles,
So we wound up recreating backgrounds, either practical backgrounds or we used AI backgrounds because that's all. We didn't know how to do any of this stuff. This is new to us. So I said, we'll keep the puppets. We'll never use that. Right? And so we've been weeding off that and trying to use the actual movie background since then. And we've been doing it for a year and 4 months, and we're on Instagram at about 78,000 followers. And people are
80,000. That's fantastic. Y'all did Top Gun. I saw y'all made the Tolkien's character looks real, like the puppet looks just like the act. How'd y'all do that? How do y'all go about designing these puppets?
Wait, which puppet?
For Top Gun, the Admiral that's in the office of
Maverick. Tolkien, yeah. So that's funny. So the puppets that I started purchasing, so I grew up on Sesame Street and the Muppets and cartoons, right? So when I started looking for puppets online, I wanted something that gave me that flavor. And for some reason, I gravitated towards these puppets from a company that was in business back called Puppet Productions out of DeSoto, Texas. Okay. And they have a certain style. And I believe they worked with Sesame Street because these look like Sesame Street puppets.
They do. They look legit, very solid.
So most of our puppets are over 50 years old. So I've tried to purchase one of each of whatever they designed that's still out there.
Okay.
And it'll come back. Okay. And we started basically making wardrobe for them. Okay. I lost you for a second. Are you still there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
We hear you, but we
can't see you.
Yeah, I'm just choppy. Just go along with it. I can see all of mine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because the screen.
I can see myself.
Okay.
We can still talk.
Yeah, we can still talk. So and then you can see us. So that's important.
Yes, I can.
So in any event, we started collecting those vintage puppets and redressing them using a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little paper, a little cardboard, and that particular puppet is a puppet that wears different wigs. It comes with different wigs. Okay. And I wound up just removing all of the wigs and
it was him.
We made ears. And we put glasses on. And I was like, wow, this is him.
This is him.
That is cool. Yeah, it looked legit. I mean, I thought it was like pretty accurate to like what you think a puppet version of Tolkien would look like. We almost had the opportunity to interview him a few years back. I'm going to mute my camera. It might help y'all out.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
No, definitely can hear you.
Okay, good. Now y'all be more stable now. So I got to almost interview Tolkien at an event. He was like in his 90s, the year before last, and then he died. I'm like, oh man.
Ah, the worst.
Yeah. Well, somebody get into detail. Let me ask y'all's opinion on this. So you got a panel. It's the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. You've got every major actor. You've got Biff. You've got Marty, Michael J. Fox, and Doc Brown, Christopher Little, Leah Thompson, Tom Wilson, and then you got Huey Lewis, right?
Yeah, he's one of the judges.
Right, he's one. Well, no, he was one on the panel.
He's on the panel. Yeah, when Marty's trying out.
Well, yeah, he's on the panel on the rock and roll. I'm saying he's on that too, but he's also when he's trying out the rock and roll concert. But he's on the panel at this 40th anniversary panel at this event, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is going to be awesome. We're going to get to see the whole cast, rock and roll legend, 80s icon, Huey Lewis, sports album, Hip to Be Square, all the power levels. And then the moderator, I'm sitting there like, dude, you're like completely ignoring Huey Lewis. He's a legend. I'm like, dude, you could have thrown him in there for comedic relief. You could throw him in there questions. I could ask him 20 million questions. But the worst thing was beyond that, they had Michael J. Fox, first time, 40th anniversary panel, not even audioed for 15 minutes talking in thin air. Nobody could hear him.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm like, dude, no, don't do that, man. And then I'm like, and I felt bad for the event. I felt bad, more importantly, for the fans. And then I felt bad for Huey Lewis. So it's become a running joke. Every time somebody brings up Huey Lewis, I got to tell him. So I was in this lift, and this guy told me, he's laughing his ass off on this freaking hilarious. Like, Huey Lewis? You mean Huey Lewis from, we're taking what you're giving and I'm working for a living like the movie Big? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
But I thought that was terrible. I felt bad for Michael, man, because Michael, he's sitting there with Parkinson's, and they have all these audio just not working for him. But maybe you could time travel back.
The worst. Maybe. Well, hopefully they didn't turn it off on purpose.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think their AV guy was just not smoking a cigarette or something. Anyways, back to what y'all are doing. I had an idea for Back to the Future.
Okay.
Have y'all done the scene when, Marty comes in there and Biff's in the hot tub with the two chicks? No. And he's like, the bimbo, he's like, we need to talk. Yeah, money.
That's Back to the Future too, when he first goes up. Yeah.
He's like, no, not money. Gray sports. And he busts up, and you could do that whole scene, be hilarious. I was there sitting there minding my own business, and one day this crazy old codger with a cane shows up. Says he's my relative, didn't understand.
I already know the puppet that would play Biff is this blue one. He has the same hair.
Yes. You got to do it. You got to put him like in a Hugh Hefner robe and do the whole thing.
He tried shooting Marty.
Yeah.
That would be
what he did say. If some snot-nosed kid comes poking around asking questions.
Yeah, you got that little Derringer or that little.
He's got. I remember the show Cannon.
Yes, the old.
That's like the gun. That's what it looked like. That tiny little gun in that big hand.
Two McFlies with the same. Yeah, dude, it was. You can even have him get knocked by like a puppet DeLorean door off the top of the building. Independence Day would be a good one too.
We have an Independence Day clip. We have President Whitmore's speech.
Yes, that one. That was one I was thinking of. Was the one when they're in the UFO. And you can like
got to get me one of these things.
Got to get me one of these things. But the scene that's the iconic is when they're inside docked with the ship. You think they know what's coming?
And they're lighting the cigarette.
They could do that. That would be insane. I think that'd be cool. It's so much play.
And they're trying to get out.
The Wrath of Khan y'all did was just solid gold. And that was actually my introduction to y'all's channel. I about laughed out of my seat so hard I couldn't even contain myself.
Oh, really? Was that the first one you saw that got you kind of thinking, I got to take a look at this?
Yeah, that one. And then, of course, the Rogue One with Darth Vader in the Hollow. There's several of them. But that was like the introduction. So I'm sitting there watching this. And here's the kind of funny thing. So the guy that's the Khan screams to he's like, and he goes like, "Sir, the shields are dropping." Well, raise them. I can't.
Oh yeah, no, we're working on that. We're so the plan is to do that whole sequence. Okay. And so Wrath of Khan is funny. That was almost like we fell backwards into that. I said, you know what? I really want to do Spock's death in the dilithium chamber. So Manny and I did that. That was our first Star Trek video. Okay. And then after that, we did when they're trapped underground, where they're buried alive, and Chekhov has the we have a stegosaurus.
Said he healed a bug.
Coming out of his ear. So we did that one. Oh yeah, that's when Khan steals the Genesis machine. Right.
God, you got Genesis.
That's
awesome. That's insane.
And then we did First Encounter, which is the first time that they battle each other on the ship.
You know what would be a really funny one? When Picard loses his shit on the Enterprise.
Dude, are you kidding me? We've talked about that.
That'd be insane.
No.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of plastic ships. I mean, dude, that would be. You could even use the Tolkien puppet. Is he kind of?
We've already discussed it.
Awesome.
We're working on RoboCop.
Oh wait, what? Which one? Which version?
The first RoboCop, when he first walks into the precinct, like we're gonna do the whole when he's getting built.
Oh wow!
Like the POV when he's getting built,
right, when he boots up and everything.
Into the precinct.
Oh wow!
Hey, I do. What is this shit? Or was it? Hey, I take my orders from, and he walks in. Behind the
super cop. Yeah. He's like shooting that whatever that gun. It's like shooting 1,000,000 bullets at once. It's a spin with the fingers. And man, Peter Weller, man, that guy's all. He's an accoladed professor in real life.
Yes, he's incredibly intelligent. This guy.
Yeah. Peter so Weller, this is kind of. Yeah, this is kind of funny. Last year we were doing an event. It was over in California, and we had the opportunity to talk to him. I'm like, dude, do I ask him about RoboCop or do I throw in the zinger? So I threw in the zinger. So I'm like, listen, I love RoboCop. I know you do too, or whatever. And he's like, Buckaroo Banzai, I got to ask, you being a highly accoladed professor in real life, how does that role parlay? How does Buckaroo parlay into the real life? Yeah, yes. And he just, man, it was like gold. That was the old, nobody asking that question.
So he loves it. He loves talking about it?
Oh, yeah, dude. He's not just that. I'm talking about like, I parlayed it into about his real life. So he went on this, I was like this intellectual, like you're talking to somebody 1,000 times more smarter than you. I mean, I understood what he was talking about, but I'm like, this is insanely cool.
Yeah.
Nothing about RoboCop, but it was very fascinating. And he seemed to really enjoy that question. So I'm like, I always enjoyed, because everybody else said, I'm a RoboCop. I'm like, Buckaroo Banzai. That is an interesting film. That might even be something y'all could do with that too.
Man, I haven't watched Buckaroo Banzai in a long time. That's what? That's early 80s or mid 80s?
Mid 80s, maybe 87. No, 87 was RoboCop. It'll be
it has a cult following.
It does. It's massive.
Yeah, it does. It sure does. Yes.
So he's gonna like our videos.
Hopefully.
Peter Weller's awesome, dude. But I say, Buckaroo Banzai, man, because he's an accolade. Because in the movie, he's a professor in that. He's also a brain surgeon, rock and roll, rocket scientist.
Yeah, that would be cool. That's that's definitely something that I'd like to tackle.
Wait till you see the RoboCop costume.
Oh yeah,
full puppet RoboCop costume.
But it's a full costume, so he's gonna be RoboCop for real.
He's fully dressed in a robot suit.
That's insane. Yeah, I got to ask. So, like sci-fi, what other things that y'all would love to see in puppet form? Like, what kind of things?
Well, I can tell. Well, let me just give you the list of stuff that we're working on.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
So we'll just talk the sci-fi stuff, and this is stuff that's not going to come out soon. There's some stuff that's going to come out pretty soon, and some stuff that's for next year because holidays are coming, and we're lining up all our Christmas stuff for the channel. So upcoming is going to be the T-Rex chase scene for Jurassic Park.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So that one's going to be probably the most intense prop heavy. Right. Yep. So we bought a beater Power Wheels Jeep on Marketplace. We stripped it down and we painted it the Jurassic Park colors and we cut the floor out so we can perform the puppets in it.
Oh, wow.
And we have a full size. When I mean full size, it's a full size T-Rex head made out of cardboard.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
amazing work.
And a year ago, if you would have asked me, matter of fact, I have the B-roll. We created an AI generated T-Rex body running, and since we want to wean all, it looks great, but we want to not rely on AI as much as possible. Right. So we've revamped the way that we're creating the dinosaur body, and that's going to be a surprise. That's going to be a surprise on how we're going to do that. So we got that coming up. We have Matrix. The Dodge this.
Okay.
Have you seen our current Matrix?
I have seen that one. I've not seen the Dodge. What you going to do in this scene?
So you've seen the current Matrix one, it's the opening scene with Trinity, right? So what we're doing is the one on the roof where he's dodging the bullets flowing backwards. So that's the one we're gonna do next. For Matrix. We have a couple of Jaws scenes coming out again to add to the collection.
Okay.
We're going to finish the Star Trek First Encounter. So we got to parts 1 and 2. There's going to be parts 3 through 6 that are going to come out for Star Trek. We're doing RoboCop. I mean, I might as well say it and make people anticipate. We're going to drop the Avengers, the famous Avengers scene in the first movie when they're all when the camera's rotating around them. Yeah. So that cast has been prepped and dressed for a year. Yeah. And we decided to just wait until we learned how to do some stuff. Because remember, a year ago, we didn't know anything. We didn't even know how to work a green screen. So everything that we've done, we've learned in the last year. And we felt that Avengers is that rotating camera. That's what's we need to duplicate that. And we finally figured out how to do it. So we're going to release that a week before, God willing, a week before the Avengers Doomsday comes out.
That's going to be, I think, in December or something like that, right?
Yeah.
That's your Christmas present, everybody. Stay tuned for it now.
Yeah. Oh, and for Halloween, you're going to see some black and white stuff.
Ooh.
There's a little hint.
Word. Wow. Yeah. You know, it'd be cool. The movie, I recently got to see it at a drive-in theater like about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. They Live, again. 87.
Oh, Roddy Piper. I've come here to chew bubble gum and kick ass. Yeah, all out of bubble gum.
Be a cool scene. There's several whole bunch of scenes in that movie. I mean, the brawl will take a lot of animation, but the scene when he's walking down the street.
A couple more, some Terminator scenes. We're gonna do Cool My Own Terminator.
Oh wow! What does that mean?
That's the scene where John in Terminator 2 Judgment Day, when John figures out that the Terminator has to do everything that he says, and those two jocks.
Oh, the big guys in the alley.
Yeah. You put your leg down.
Terminator.
Yeah, put your leg down. And he goes, "You're going to kill that guy." Of course, I'm a Terminator.
My favorite part in that movie, there's like 3 of them, but the one part when that's a deleted scene in the first film when they found research and development. But there's a deleted scene in that film where they're in that gas station, abandoned gas station, and they say they're trying to do the pin switch, and then Sarah tries to smash the chip with a sledgehammer.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. I've seen that version of the movie. There's a cutout there. As a matter of fact, I can watch it. I have an old DVD where you can watch that version.
Yes. So that particular scene was very fascinating because like the chip in his head was supposed to be a learning computer, right? And in the scene, she's like, "Well, if my own mother won't take orders from me, then who else will?" And he's like, "Fine." And she accidentally misses the chip.
And hits the toolbox?
Yes. So I'm like, that'd be interesting. But there's so much playability with Terminator franchises. Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, okay. So here's another one that we're working on. So we're working on the first Terminator.
Okay.
And it took us a while to kind of figure out how are we going to show the Terminator. For example, it's a puppet, right? So if the puppet burns away, what's underneath?
Oh.
Right? So we'll throw that out there, and we discussed it heavily. And some of us think it might not play, but most of us think it's going to play amazing, actually.
I think it'll be hysterical.
I can't wait to see this.
Wow. Yeah. So because once that's done, now we can do other stuff.
Right.
You know, because we're going to do a lot of stuff with the Terminator 2. I mean, you know, we have a Terminator 2 scene where...
Yeah, I see him right up there, the T-1000.
Yeah, the T-1000. So we're working on... you're probably going to see that this summer. The chase scene with the truck. We actually built an entire...
Oh, what?
When the truck jumps off the bridge.
Right, the overpass, yeah.
Yeah, so we built an entire cardboard truck to scale to the puppet.
Oh, wow. So you're going to do the whole chase scene where Connor's on the dirt bike.
The roof's going to come off and everything.
You know, that was Robert Patrick was running that fast. They said the camera crews could barely keep up with him.
Yeah, he kept on catching up to the cameras.
Yeah.
And he had to teach himself how to shoot a gun without blinking.
Yes.
When he first comes out, remember when they first meet? When they first meet in the hall, and he has like the roses, and then the cop comes out and he starts shooting. He doesn't blink. He had to train
the whole time.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild. Yeah. I liked him in that movie. I thought of course he was in Wayne's World too.
He was, and he was in Twister.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he was in Twister.
That's insane. Yeah, but I think it'd be really cool. I look forward to see it. Do y'all do fan submissions? Do you have fans ever submit stuff for these things?
Yeah. So yes, here's the crazy thing. Most of the fan submissions, I'd say the majority of them are stuff that we've discussed and is on the list to do.
Yeah.
Oh,
which is
awesome.
great. Which is great.
That's
Yeah.
good. I like to hear that the fans.
Matter of fact, we were working on Heat while somebody messaged us, "Hey, you guys got to do the Heat scene in the diner."
Oh, Robert De Niro.
Well, stay tuned.
It does play really well. I like the how it flows, and it looks just like the film, but in puppet form.
Yeah, but that's our aim. And you know how many people have messaged us, "Oh man, I got to go watch this movie right now again."
Part 1 of Heat is out.
Part 1 of Heat is out. Yeah, 2 and 3 are coming out this week. And of course, one that we're going to return to as well this year is a Dark Knight. Has been very
Dark
popular.
Knight Rises with the Joker. I watched that the other day, and I was chin. I about laughed. That was a solid goal. Well, who did you leave him with?
Yeah, me. I was right here.
I was right here the whole time.
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, and
they were really well too.
There's a crazy story behind that shoot. That shoot almost never came out because we spent a month dressing up that puppet, trying to paint his face. We redesigned his eyes. We colored his hair. So he's finally dressed. We shoot the whole thing. We throw it in the editor. We turn on the green screen. Remember, we don't know anything about green screen, right?
Right.
We turn on the green screen filter, and he totally pretty much disappears because he's wearing a green shirt and a green vest with a green tie. We
were like this.
Yeah.
So he's gone.
He was gone. Well, I still have, I have that B-roll. We have that B-roll, but on the green screen, we just could never use it. And I believe those are the best performances. And people love these, but I think these are crap compared to what we could have used.
Right. So y'all used the practical set in the back of it.
So we wound up, I tried it on a blue screen. It didn't work. And then I said, you know what? I'm just going to throw a black sheet behind them. Okay. And light it a little bit, and that's what you see is basically that was the first performance. The other ones we figured out how to filter the background properly, like the bank scene and the applause scene. We did those on blue screen basically because anything obviously green is going to disappear. We have to learn that. Sorry.
Right, it's all good, man. I like the part because it looks just like the film. I never start with the head.
Right.
I remember when he called me. You called me. You was upset. He's like, "Oh my God, he disappears.
I cried.
What are we gonna do? We just shot this and all this shooting and shot." I'm the one that told him, I said, "We could try blue screen." He's like,
"Oh yeah."
Was it like in Star Wars they had getting headaches? Ewan McGregor and Hayden, all the cast from the blue screens they're using for all those dual sequences in Star Wars.
And that whole movie was shot on a blue screen. The stuff they do on The Mandalorian is so much easier, I think.
That's those volumes, those LED volumes. Those things, we can put practical sets in front, which would be kind of cool. I want to play with those sometime, maybe do some film or TV with that down the road. Maybe.
Really and then as we try to move away from fake backgrounds, we started. If you watch 7, now I'm watching it playback here. It reminds us that's our first video where 99% of it is the actual movie background that we use.
That's cool. So you're using mini LED TV, or how y'all doing it?
No, we green screened it on. So we performed the puppets on a green screen.
Okay.
And then we take the original shot from the movie and we crop out the little piece that's not obstructed by any of the camera movement.
Oh, and you put the puppets in there.
And then we lay the puppet onto that. That's why we got the color. So if you look at 7, that almost honestly, I watch that and it's unbelievable how good it looks. Yeah. Not that I'm doing this.
One of my favorite videos right here.
That is cool. I see it there in the background playing back. Yeah, it's cool. It's like right in the center too. There's no it's all clean, like cuts and everything. Wow.
Even shooting it was fun.
Shooting was so much fun. Well, not as fun as Silence of the Lambs.
Right.
That was fun.
That's on y'all. I haven't seen that. That's on the page.
Oh yeah, that's one of our most popular videos.
I saw a lot of them. I've not seen that.
So people like the gritty stuff, man. They like it. They like it. I was arguing with Octavio. Octavio was saying they don't like the gritty stuff. Don't use gritty stuff. And I kept saying we need to shoot gritty stuff because that's the good stuff.
It'd be cool. Judge Dredd. You could do Judge Dredd.
Oh, but the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd.
Yeah, the Sylvester Stallone was in the nostalgia factory.
Yeah. And Demolition Man is in the works.
Demolition Man be good too. That'd be a really good one. I didn't think about that. Yeah, they're the back at Comic-Con a few years back. They took this restaurant called, I think it's Greystone or something like that. It's a two-star restaurant. And they turned it into the Demolition Man restaurant, Taco Bell.
Ooh,
They had the guy in there with the grand piano, the Jolly Green Giant.
Oh, yeah, he's singing all the old commercials.
Yeah, it's like it's a whole, yeah.
You loved, so you're into movie facts like I am. So, Demolition Man to me is one of those movies that predicted pretty much the way we're living right now.
Literally, that and Blade Runner. I think we're living in Blade Runner too. So.
Yeah, I mean, Blade Runner minus the flying cars. I mean, at least Demolition Man didn't have flying cars yet, but they had self-driving cars. Yep. This is 1993. Mm-hmm. Self-driving cars. They had AI talking to them, coaching them on their like ChatGPT on their phone.
The airbags all over in the car, but it turns into a canola.
Right.
We use airbags.
Right. The only thing that I'm waiting for are the 3 seashells.
You know what's funny about that? They use those. If you look at the blueprints of like something with the Starship Enterprise and Picard, and off the bridge, there's a restroom in the back left. There's 3 seashells in there.
Oh, so that's where they pulled it from?
No, they homaged it from.
They homaged it. Oh, right, because 93. That's when Next Generation, right?
Right. So these guys that were building this virtual Enterprise D. I guess I don't know if they put that in there for Demolition or something. But you look in the VR and then the virtual walkthrough, it's in there. It's in the bathroom.
The 3 seashells. That's awesome. I love finding Easter eggs like that. Like Phantom Menace, the pod from 2001 is in Watsu's junkyard.
Yeah, the one for HAL 9000.
Indiana Jones with R2D2 and C3PO etched in the wall.
You know what I found out recently? That the Goonies miniature model of the Inferno pirate ship has an R2D2 in it.
Oh, yeah, I believe it. They have a pair sketch. That's crazy. And speaking of that, Goonies is supposed to take place the same weekend of Back to the Future.
Yes.
When they look at the newspaper on when the prisoners, it's October 5th, whatever, 1985. It's the same day, yeah.
That's great.
It does make sense because Spielberg got his little, and also Close Encounters of the Third Kind has an R2D2 on the ship.
Yes.
Yeah, that's on the ship, the Easter eggs. There's many things that those universes, Star Wars and E.T. are connected to. As the E.T.s are in the Senate chamber in episode 1.
Yes, they are.
And E.T. recognizes Yoda down there on Earth. Maybe E.T.'s a Jedi.
Yeah, remember in E.T. when the Halloween where he's under the sheet and the puppet Yoda, they look at each other and he follows them. That's really cool. In Phantom Menace, I remember the communicator that Qui-Gon Jinn uses is a
Gillette razor.
Yeah.
Sensor XL razor, by your fact.
Yeah, it's like a wide oval razor that women used to use, like a woman grip.
And Jedi food capsules are actually pen capsules. Yeah. The food capsules on the Jedi's belt, the energy capsules are actually pen caps from some kind of pen, like a ballpoint pen.
Listen, since we're throwing out, because I never get to talk about this stuff. A little, we talked about Back to the Future. Mr. Fusion on Back to the Future is an ice cream maker from the 70s that's on the table in the movie Alien.
Oh wow! Okay.
Oh my God! You didn't know that?
Well, I'll tell you what I did know though is was it Ghostbuster? No, yeah. So the PKE meter, right?
Yes.
That thing pops up more than you think. It pops up in They Live when they're tracking Roddy Piper and his buddy. Also pops up in Suburban Commando when Hulk Hogan uses it to track down the stuff. Supposedly the original one, I think it was found finally, but there's another one. But one of the original ones, Cinema Relics, got to dissect recently. And that thing is insane, the amount of craft went in there.
That's crazy. Pack. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, they just dissected the proton pack like 2 weeks ago.
There was a movie that I watched recently, and again, as being old and without time, I don't watch a lot of movies, but that movie Blue Beetle,
yes,
right? There's a part where he's learning how to use his suit, and he could basically kind of like Green Lantern can think.
Right.
One of the guns that comes out in a battle is the gun from Fifth Element.
Yes, the big the Zorg.
Zorg's gun. Yeah,
Did that was really about cool. The little red button.
See, a real killer would have asked what the little red button was for.
Red button does,
and everything blows up. I'd love to see that Fifth Element scene in the beginning where he gets mugged, dude, that would be not a hard scene to do when the door opens and the guy that's all drugged out, give me the cash. And then Bruce Willis is holding.
That's not gonna be hard at all.
No, and he almost laughs at him in that scene. He almost like.
Would he have like a hat that looks like the?
Yeah, like the hallway. That's why he goes, "That's a nice hat you have." It. Thank you.
It's like comes up, gets the gun, and puts it like in a whole big rack that comes out of the ceiling.
Yeah.
You know, most people don't realize this. When Ruby Rhod, I mean, if you do realize it, but it's not like so much going on, you kind of forget about it. The scene when he's in the cruise boat and they finally escape the whole thing, all this is being live broadcast, right? Yeah. The very one they bought, it's like, that was the best show I ever did.
Yeah,
like, the whole thing was live. The whole damn thing was live broadcast.
That scene is amazing. Well, we did have you seen our Fifth Element scene yet?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we that's when Ruby Rhod first comes out. That's our like
that's
fourth
video too.
Wait, you talking about the one from the? Yeah, I saw that one. I didn't know if you had another one.
No, that one. Yeah,
no, that's up against the TV.
That is pre-green screen. Yeah, that's That's an old video.
Are y'all gonna? You said you might do more Fifth Element.
Oh yeah,
we want to.
Cool.
Oh yeah, we want to do Aziz Light.
Oh yeah, with was it the guy from 90210? Yeah, him.
Luke Perry.
Luke Perry, whatever.
The snakes. Yes, I got the snakes, and he's like just drawing.
Was it like that alien race? This weird. They're called the
Mondashiwan. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like imagine a Mondashiwan and cardboard. A big gold robot coming in.
That little key, that little gold key that he gives that unlocks the temple.
Down the finger,
Where the heck is that Mondashiwan in 300 years? He's not a skeleton. There's not even remnants of him in there.
I always thought that. Like when they go back in and open it, where's that dude? That dude should be there.
He's gone. He's vaporized.
Yeah, he is gone.
He's gone, man. That was a cool movie. So I got to ask, like overall, like what do y'all like to what is y'all the future of the channel? What would y'all like to see for the future?
Oh, my ideas! Oh my God, I shoot for the stars.
Go for it.
But I think my what I would love to see is somebody like a Netflix or something like that contact us, and
that would be great.
And let us do our own original material as well, because we can do that.
We have original material.
Right now, we're just writing this right now, but eventually, what we want to do is going to be our own original material.
Yeah, y'all should have y'all's own channel on YouTube. I mean, that's the thing about YouTube, not trying to bash it, but it's so hard to get verified and featured. Everything now's changed with the algorithm. What you follow is what's recommended.
You're right.
Well, we're on YouTube, and YouTube, it was like 33 subscribers for how long?
For 6 months ago, we had 33 subscribers. We're now close to 1,500.
Yeah,
and that's all of the effort of Octavio, who isn't here to defend himself. Yeah, thanks to him.
Thank you, Octavio. We appreciate this awesome content guys have.
He's watching.
Are y'all going to be at any? I think I just said ICCC. Are y'all going to be at other upcoming events coming up here in the next few months, like San Diego?
I don't have anything planned, but I am one of these people that if I have the time, I will make it happen. If it's important enough to do, we'll make it happen. We'd love to do other. I mean, literally, the ICC was something that Octavio and I did on a personal. So the first 2 years, we went to buy vintage toys and to go look at cool stuff. And the first year we did. The second year, we started. No, second year.
We had Too Broke to Joke.
No, right. We still had Too Broke to Joke, and we had put out some stickers and stuff, right? Yeah. So that was 2 years ago. Then last year was Handfellas. We only had like 1,200 followers when we went. We made some stickers, and we semi-softly promoted it. People went home with stickers, and then the channel grew so much. They're like, you know what? Let's do ICC and let's push our stuff. So
that was in 1 year.
In 1 year,
yeah.
Oh, that's impressive. Very nice.
Yeah, in 1 year. Oh, year and 4 months to be fair.
To be correct, Marty, it's a year and 4 months. The calculations are correct. That's impressive.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I didn't have time to paint it or build it to scale.
Yeah, that's right. But he's still made it work.
What's my vision? My vision for the channel.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So so obviously we love what we do, and Octavio calls it making pizzas because people love eating pizza, and that's why we've been so popular, and we'd love to do this forever. And of course it's kind of an endless pit of material that we can do, of nostalgic material. But as far as monetization, like I would love to do this for us for a living. That would be amazing. But to do that, we need to be monetized. And to be monetized correctly, we need our own material. Right. And so right now we're building audience, and we will forever do this. But we want to branch another channel where it could be monetized and it's our own original stuff. And right now we're slowly morphing our old Too Broke to Joke skits into the puppet world. So if you go on our channel and you look up the Meat Beater is an original commercial that we made just audio, and we basically created the scenes and we used that as a script and created that commercial that you see there. So stuff like that. And Manny's incredible. I mean, Manny wrote our theme song, so he's a songwriter. So and the pictures he has a channel called NYC Picture IRL on Instagram, and he has an incredible eye, and that's why I felt it was so important to have him on board, because you can tell when you look at our channel stuff, you can tell that the stuff that I have to do by myself because we don't have the time to do together, and the stuff that we do together is just so much better quality. The performing is better, the cueing is better, the angles are better, and it would be amazing to do it full time. I mean, imagine we do this full time. Oh my god, it would be awesome. I mean, it would be awesome to do a car commercial. In my head, I was like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if puppets sold a car or something, like did fun stuff? And I don't know, maybe one day we're putting it out in the ether.
Yeah, put out the ether. YouTube, if you're watching, verify everybody you can with awesome content like this. I want to thank you guys for joining in on this broadcast, and you, the fans. This has been an absolute blast. I'd like to have you guys back too sometime.
We would love to be back. And listen, before you go, click that follow button, and that's for everybody that's watching as well.
Everybody, follow.
Yeah. So, and if I can just, if you don't mind, if I plug Handfellas on Instagram, on YouTube, jump in.
Handfellas Stitches and Things.
Oh, it's our store. We have a store, Handfellas Stitches and Things. So if you want to wear a puppet, wear your favorite puppet. If you don't see what you like, message us. We'll make it.
Name of the store is Handfellas Stitch and Things.
Stitches and Things.
Stitches and Things.
Handfellas Stitches and Things. Yeah.
And
we do have a Patreon channel out. It is Octavio's yelling at me right now virtually, I know, because we haven't gone through the B-roll that we need to go through to make sure that we have proper stuff up there for people to watch. But there's literally thousands of B-roll hours of us fighting, laughing, crying, yelling at puppets,
probably eating.
And
pizza.
We do eat a lot.
It happens, man. You have to do it, man. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining in today's broadcast. I really appreciate y'all, and appreciate you, the fans, for joining in. Check out Omar and Manny's page, Handfellas, HANDFELLAS, on Instagram and YouTube. I thank y'all, and I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Keep up the great work, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Follow.
Yeah, follow us.
You have a beautiful day, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you for having us.
No problem. Peace.